Hello, hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are back for another round of custom Patreon spreads. If you don't know what that is and you are new here, I have a small amount of Patreon members who are part of a tier where they get a custom spread each month. So they get to request what layout they'd like, what theme they'd like, if they even want what sticker book they'd like, and whether it's undated, dated, etc. Sometimes it's not an actual planner layout page. Whoops. Sometimes it's a meal tracker or a routine tracker or something like that. So these videos are always really fun for me because when it comes to my planner spreads, I tend to stick with a very similar setup because of what type of planning works for me. These give me a little bit more flexibility because they're for all different people, but some of them, most of them are repeats. And so I've started to learn what their style is as well. So this first one is for Darla, and Darla requested a horizontal reading theme, and it's going to be mostly used for journaling. So it doesn't need bullet points. It doesn't need the same type of functionality that I would use if I were doing a horizontal spread for myself and would need bullet points on each day. So I decided to pull out the Live Love Posh Book Babe sticker book. I haven't had a chance to use this yet. It just released. And I saw these stickers over here and I just thought that they were so pretty and that they would be really fun to use. I also pulled out two different styles of washi. I have this grid, and then I also found this, which is kind of like like a watercolor-ish. I guess you can see it more over here. I don't even know. This must have been from like a Be Happy box. Maybe the Choose Your Adventure Be Happy box. I don't remember, but I was like, wait, have you ever seen a more perfect washi match than this? And so I was like, this is going to be perfect. I also love that these stickers are on paper instead of clear sticker paper because I find them so much easier to work with, especially in a horizontal spread where you have these gray lines. So what we're gonna do is take this washi, and you know what, first up, let's actually lift this leaf a little bit. This is also the first video I've filmed in how many days? Today is Wednesday, and I haven't filmed a video since Saturday. Life has just gotten in the way. Typically, my video routine is getting some sort of video filmed each day. It doesn't always happen, but on Saturday, I filmed actually 5 videos, which is kind of record breaking for me. That's a lot of videos. That's not normal. And then I was out Saturday night, and Sunday was just so very tired that I didn't get anything filmed. And Monday I had a nonstop work day and actually didn't even take a lunch break. And then Monday night I went into Manhattan and I was there all day Tuesday with Happy Planner for an event that they had, and then got home and was so sleepy. And now it is Wednesday morning and we are back. So there is a reason I didn't have to film. Now, typically, or there is a reason I wasn't able to film. Typically when I layer washi like this, I would do it with the colored washi being underneath, but I felt like because of this like watercolor lighter pastel, it would have a better effect being over it, and you can still see some of the grid underneath. Like, how pretty is that? It's just such a nice little look. Then I saw this, I don't know why I'm starting with the right side. I saw this car and I thought that I really wanted to use that, but I also saw this, although this is supposed to be a reading spread, and we haven't done any of that yet. So let's make sure that I bring in some reading stickers. So we're going to take this here. Let's just put this right over the gray. This is going to be a very, I think, washi heavy spread. With this, the trick is going to be getting it straight because it's over a grid. You'll be able to see if it's crooked. Okay, I really like this combination. And then we're going to bring in the books right over here and just a little bit layered over that washi. All right, I think this is coming out so pretty. Now, we have some Kindles here. I do know that Darla mostly reads audiobooks, but there aren't really stickers for audiobook reading. So we're just going to do a generic reading theme. I don't know that that part necessarily matters. I definitely want to bring in this chair somewhere. I'm just not sure where yet. So I like these little flowers. And because this is for journaling, I kind of want to go a little bit more minimal with the stickers we're using because I want her to be able to have space. So I think that I'll put this here. I think sometimes where I want to use the word struggle, but sometimes with it horizontal, like, do I want to keep all the days of the week here? Does it matter that it's going, like this will be a little bit hidden no matter what? Or do we take something that's a little bit of a shorter sticker and put that in? Sorry, I keep forgetting to like be able to show you the sticker book. What if we bring in this purple? And I don't even know that it has to fully be on the page. Like it can go off a little bit and then bring this here. And maybe even a plant, or I'm just gonna cut this for now and see what else I feel like we're missing towards the end. So I could bring in some boxes. I'm not opposed to boxes. Next to me, I happen to have Mojo Jojo Plans Series 5, and we have this light purple. These are going to be more of like the rainbow colors. So the colors may not be a 100% match, but I feel like with these colors here, it's possible that I'm going to struggle no matter what I use, because I'm trying to think like whether it's rainbow, pastel, jewel tone, these all might be a little bit challenging. So I happen to have Pastel Basics sitting by me by Kelva Plan, where we might be able to bring in some of these colors. Like we could bring in that purple. We could also bring this, maybe even go vertically, but that's still not the right color. So I think the boxes here, may be challenging. And that's where custom spreads become difficult, because I have to decide how much I'm willing to sacrifice with color matching. This was what I just tried, right? Or is it maybe a little bit less obvious if they're smaller boxes? So the sticker book does have these monthly notched boxes. You know what? I have an idea. We're gonna move this because on Wednesdays, Darla has book club. And what we can do is take this box here, let's go a little bit lower, and we can put this little Kindle right here for that book club, and she can write in there what the book club is. Even though this is for journaling, it doesn't mean there can't be any functionality. Okay, now I wanted to bring in this chair. And I think it's going to have to go at the bottom. You know how I feel about floating elements. I don't like when something just floats without something to sit on. However, I don't want to put this here and then have the washi and it feel like there's too much going on. So I think that we're going to put this chair right here. We'll put my washi back down, which it seems like I lost. I didn't technically lose. Just under the piles and piles of stuff. I'm trying to use washi more. I love how it looks. I love when others use it. I don't always love when I do, but I do have plenty of it. And so I am trying to incorporate it more in my planning and planning for others. Okay, I'm loving how this looks so far. Oops, that's not fully down. There we go. Okay, now I did take out these flowers that I haven't had a chance to use yet. So I'm actually wondering, like, can we just put some of the flowers on top of this like that? I feel like that's kind of a strange, like it doesn't fully make sense, but I also think it's pretty. I don't know if I want it to rest perfectly on the chair or just a bit above it. I think we're gonna do it just a bit above it. I think that that looks better. Because this top space may not have been used for anything journaling anyway. So I'm okay covering up some of it. Okay, if I wanted to include one more box color, I would probably include the purple because I think that this purple is kind of a nice match. So if I take the purple and then we can even bring in a plant. I'm just trying to kind of move things around a little bit so that not any one section is entirely like stacked. Although, because if I put this box over here, it would be right below that. So instead we'll put this plant right here and it doesn't take up too much room of this box and you don't even realize that this was a monthly box. And if I'm looking here, we still have a nice amount of space for journaling with a little bit of that box style functionality. Okay, onto the right side of the page. I'm going to put this washi down right here and we'll trim it off. This is just a Live Love Posh washi cutting card. And we will put this down. Okay, so while I'm doing this, I want to talk a little bit about the planner community. I saw a post last night in a Facebook group talking about how creators aren't really using mini Happy Planner sticker books anymore. And I was reading all the comments on the post last night, and I was also reading them this morning. I did even comment at one point on the posts, but then there was like a spin-off post and another one. And it was something that I sort of wanted to talk about and address in my own way. I can't speak for all creators, but I can speak for myself. So what I can say is that I personally have used Happy Planner sticker books twice in the last week. I use them in my dashboard and I use the sticker book from the Be Happy box in my classic vertical last week. And I know that twice in a week is not not super common for me. I do understand that. Let's actually move this a little bit and maybe put this box right here and have this kind of layer over that. So, but I can acknowledge that I don't use Happy Planner sticker books all the time anymore. And it's not intentional. I mean, as we know, this community has changed a lot and there are so many other small shops. In addition to Happy Planner, there's just so many different places making sticker books and it's impossible to use them all the time, right? There has to be a little bit of variation. Sometimes for me, like I know what my planning style is. And when it comes to my spreads, that planning style is often, let's find something else to use here while I'm chatting. Oh, I really like this. I'd rather be reading pillow. I want to make sure to use that. And maybe we can even bring in another Kindle because this is feeling more like living room than reading. So I do think we need another Kindle. We can even like layer these two like this maybe. I just have to figure out where they're going to go. It actually over here might be nice, but then I feel like we don't have a ton happening that side. So we can do it here because we still have this I'd rather be reading. Okay, so I know what my planning style is, and that often ends up being like florals or fun other little elements that tend to be layered with boxes. And sticker book styles have changed over time. So while there are still Happy Planner sticker books that I love to use, I tend to use most of the stickers from a sticker book that are going to be my style like the first time around. Now, I am not saying that a sticker book is a one-time use product because it is absolutely not. Obviously, you can use more and more of them. You can use them more than once. There are, 30 pages in a sticker book. So it would be silly of me to say that, nope, I used it that one time and then that's it, because that's just not accurate. Sometimes that happens for creators because we have a lot to share. And I know for myself personally, this is an income source. You know, we make YouTube videos for free. No one pays us to watch these videos. Sometimes brands pay us to make the videos, but we do create most of, or I'm going to speak for myself. I create most of these videos for free. I have maybe 2 sponsored videos per month, but other than that, I'm creating what I want to create. And so sometimes, even though YouTube is bringing in ad revenue, which is very low, I know that you've probably seen videos out there about what people make on YouTube, and that varies so much per person. It also varies per month very greatly. If I were to break down the hourly pay for what I earn on YouTube compared to the amount of time that I spend, I wonder if I could even do it. Let's see, let's pull out my calculator here. I don't know because it varies a lot on YouTube. But anyway, I also want to make sure that I have the ability to earn money from the content that I'm creating. So while it is partially YouTube revenue, it's also affiliate income. So if I'm looking at a sticker book to share, this is a perfect example, right? Darla asked for a reading spread, which I am doing, and I'm choosing to use a sticker book that is new, that is in stock, that maybe you've already purchased. So in that case, awesome. And if you haven't purchased, maybe this video will influence you to purchase. And in that case, I will earn a commission on the order. So there's a lot that goes into, I want to put this down, but I think I need to move this. There's a lot that goes into the decision making of what sticker book to use during, like, when sitting down to film a video. There was also a note thinking that possibly Happy Planner has some sort of influence on what layouts are being used, and I can promise you that's never been the case. I've worked with Happy Planner since 2021, and they have never told me or asked me to use a certain type of planner. So that's entirely our decision. So this kind of talking about this Facebook post isn't in any way meant to be critical of the person who posted it or meant to spark a debate. It's more about me wanting to share my feelings about the post as a creator and my perspective on it, and kind of get, your thoughts in the comments as well. So that is where we are at. Okay, I want to bring in these little redated stickers because I think that they'd be fun, but I'm also feeling like they look very tiny on the horizontal. So I'm not going to have 7 if I wanted to, like, put these boxes over it. I feel like this is missing some boxing. So let's take out my correction tape and we're going to cover this up. There we go. Okay. Oh, another note I want to make about this, about this discussion of sticker book use, Happy Planner versus other brand sticker books. Sometimes I'm going to plan seasonally, and that determines what sticker book I use. Other times I look at my stats and I look at what videos have done really well and what videos have done poorly. And I can tell you that using the Life Hacks Be Happy box for my classic vertical spread is one of my lowest viewed videos in a really long time. And that might be because the sticker book isn't brand new anymore. It probably came out, I don't know, a month or so ago, and I just hadn't had a chance to use it by the time it came out. I think I received it after it had already released. So that could be part of the reason. But in that case, if I'm seeing that a Happy Planner sticker book video isn't getting the traction on my channel that I would like, views mean money. So that may also sometimes be a reason of why I decide to use one sticker book over another. And again, this was not meant to be defensive. If there is a certain type of Happy Planner sticker book you would like for me to use, please do comment below and let me know what it is. I know I was doing those Throwback Thursday videos for a while and I really enjoyed them. I was doing those before I started doing custom Patreon spreads, so these have kind of taken over those slots on my channel. And I don't have a ton of space for more videos. I already do more than daily videos because there are some times that there's more than one video a day. But I would like to start to make a list of other sticker books to use. So if you have an idea of a sticker book that you'd really like to see me use, please do comment and let me know what that is. Now that I've put these down, I still want to date this, but I feel like I can't use the colors because I sort of alternated these. So I actually am going to pull out Kell of a Plan Dated Basics Volume 3, and we're going to use, I think, black days of the week. Yeah, we'll go kind of simple with these. They might be having trouble pulling that one up. They're gonna layer over it a little bit. I think that it looks cute. It adds a little something whimsical because I think that this lettering by Heather is sort of whimsical. There we go. This is a really fun spread. I think it's pretty, it's soft, it's really nice for spring. It has plenty of room to journal without it being overwhelmingly spacious for journaling, because I think sometimes that can happen too. And it's a nice little reading theme. So hopefully, Darla, you love it. We are going to do one other spread in this video. However, I've also mentioned recently that when I do these custom spreads, when I do them on weekdays, I really need to break them up. So it is Wednesday morning, my work day, my full-time job has not begun yet. But instead of feeling like I need to rush through the next one before my workday starts, we're going to put down the camera. I will start my workday and then probably come back on my lunch break to do the second one. So we'll clean this all up, and I guess for you, I'll be back in a sec. All right, lunch break has begun. Now, a couple things to note. Number one, I mentioned in the first part of this video that the Book Babe sticker book was available. As of filming this video, it is sold out. However, I do know that there's a restock coming in January, or not January, March. So I think it's early March, but if you visit the website, because I linked it and you don't see it, that is why. Next up, I had this question recently and I wanted to address it. I do eat on my lunch break. I do eat throughout the day. It's usually just like heating something up real quick or cutting up pepperoni and cheese or putting a couple of cold cuts on a sandwich. Like, it's a quick, easy lunch. So whenever I talk about filming on my lunch break, I get an hour break. And back in the day when I had an office, like a physical location I'd go to for work, I never took lunch breaks. Now I do. So I also feel like it's a little bit dark in here. It's really rainy today, so we'll try to brighten this up. Okay, this next spread is for Bobby, and this is going to be really interesting because this is not going to be a weekly dashboard spread. This is going to be a Go Wild prep page. So we are essentially going to use all of these sections as Go Wild prep and not using these as a weekly. So that said, I actually have to cover this up. And I really like this idea of using a dashboard this way. If you don't have a need for it as a weekly, but you really like the idea of segmented to-do lists, kind of similar to the monthly layout. I know a lot of people felt disappointed when Happy Planner didn't make a monthly layout for a classic size for 2024, I believe. This might be a good option for you. So I have some Live Love Posh washi tape, and I also have a Live Love Posh Go Wild sticker book. I have the Kell of a Plan Go Wild sticker book. So there's a lot to do here. Now, I'm trying to kind of decide like where I want things to go. I really like this Go Wild budget sticker and I want to use it. I just feel like it's going to take up so much room of this spread, but I also think that because we're using a lot of the right side for functionality, I might be able to get away with it. Let's see. Because I feel like a huge part of this is going to be a budget. So we're gonna try, this is a big sticker. I don't know why I'm so nervous about putting this down. We're gonna do it. I actually think I'm gonna go up here. Okay, we've got that. So now the budget is there. That's very helpful. Let's take a little bit of washi. Do we go thin or do we go thicker with the washi? I feel like whichever washi I use, I sort of have to stick with throughout the whole spread. So I think we're gonna go for this one with this one and maybe bring this in right over here. And this down here, I think is what I'll use for Bobby's packing list. Let's see. Does this have, that's prep list, but I feel like this has packing list. Packing list, this is big. Is it going to be enough space though? That's what I don't know. But if we have enough space width-wise, I think we can do this. Packing list. I mean, we do run out of a little, we use a little bit of that here, but I think it's okay because you could always add in like a separate packing page or something like that. So I think that that might make sense. We'll see. Okay, next up, I want to pause on this side because I'm not entirely sure how I want to use this info. I don't, you know what, we should probably use some sort of transportation info or hotel info at least, because Bobby is driving in, so she doesn't need a lot of this. She will need hotel stuff. So maybe down here we put in hotel info. Let's see. I feel like there might be something in the Wild Basics sticker book for that. And the sticker book is really nice because it has some of these dashboard style stickers. Although now I'm like, wait a second, if we have a dashboard style sticker, maybe we take one of those. Let's bring in this purple. And I mean, we don't need the dates, so that's not as big of a deal, like to have this blocked off, but we can bring back this washi just to kind of help fill up some of that space. And let's put this down, and then a smaller little box for, or wait, before I grab a box for hotel info, let's see if there's a sticker for it. Like hotel confirmation, that kind of stuff. Travel details, hotel details. Okay, perfect. This is what I want, but it's not going to work there because of it being a clear sticker. So in that case, I'm going to take some sticker paper. We'll put this down. And I'm just going to kind of use the back of my scissors here to really press this down so you can see it really well. And we'll trim this. So it's kind of like its own paper sticker. Okay, something else popped off. It's probably from the first half of this video. Okay, hotel details. Let's pull this off. This is just a great way to use sticker paper because then you can read something a little bit easier than you would have read it if it were just trying to cover things up. Okay, so we have hotel details. Let's think about what actually needs to be in here. I feel like I'm all over the place. So I need like some sort of scrap paper. I have like an old printable here. So what if we take that and let's think about this. We have packing list, budget, hotel details. Then we maybe want to do outfit plans, some sort of schedule, table mate gifts. I'm putting table mate gifts in case Bobby decides to use them. Table mate gifts are not an expectation or a requirement for Go Wild, but I'd like to have space in there in case she wants to do it. And then let's see what else. Maybe we'll do table mate gifts and contact cards because you don't really need like two separate things for that. Then people to meet. She's not going to need a roommate gift because she and her husband are driving in together. People to meet and maybe food to try. Okay, so we have packing list handled, we have budget handled, we have hotel details handled. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. It doesn't mean that each of these need to be something separate because we may make one of these boxes like into two, and we could call this like outfit plans. So I think that's how we're gonna do it. So for a box, I may not even do a box. We could actually probably just make this a long segment, except we're going to mess it up a little bit this way. So what would be the best way to do one large section? What would this cover up? Let's pull this pink here. I know I don't even have any decorative stickers in yet. I think those are probably going to come later. I feel like they need a whole budget, or not a whole budget planner, but a whole Go Wild planner instead of just a couple of pages. This might be, I mean, this isn't going to cover 2, but it might cover, it will cover a little bit less than that. So I think that's what we're going to do. Let's put this here. Oh, before I do that. Whenever I'm doing something for the very first time, which is literally what we're doing right now, it's always going to take me a couple of minutes to think about what I'm trying to actually do. We have, what was that? Hotel details. I don't know that this sticker book, I feel like we need Go Wild 2024. We need that in here, right? So let me pull this up. We need this here. There's too many stickers on my hands. I want to make sure that this is going to be spaced nicely. So I'm going to turn that upside down. We'll put this here. And then there's like a tiny bit of extra just to kind of cover this. Just trim that off. I probably need to clean my scissors off before I do this fully. Okay, back to this. I was looking for outfit plans, which, oh, here we go. Outfit plans. See, I knew it was there somewhere. So we'll put hotel details, or do I want to put outfit plans here? I think we'll put it this way. Just try to get this down. I wanted it to be straight, but it's also, whoops, we ripped a little bit of that off. It was also going to, you're going to see some of the correction tape. So let's put this right here. We'll bring in the washi again. This will cover the correction tape. And this, whoops, put this maybe all the way across. And then I need my sticker paper again for our little heading. Not as necessary here, but because I did it down there, I just feel like we may as well. So we're going to do outfit plans. And then pull this off. It's like one of those little extra steps, but it works. Usually the sticker paper is pretty easy to pull apart. Sometimes I struggle because I just struggle. Sometimes things are hard. All right. Outfit plans. Perfect. And there's really not a ton of outfit plans needed for Go Wild. I mean, the event is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you go home Sunday. So there may be like one change of outfit on Saturday night for Planjama. But other than that, I don't typically change my outfit throughout the day at Go Wild just for that. So I feel like this will be good. I'm not going to list out the days here because whether Bobby wants to start it with like the day she's traveling in or things like that, I want to kind of allow some flexibility here. I don't want to over plan for someone else. That's the kind of thing that I need to be mindful of when I'm doing these. Okay, next up, you know what I also want to do? I want to do merch to buy because there's still time before the conference that maybe there is merch that Bobby would like. And I know there's still merch coming out. I mean, at the time of filming this video, the Chrissy Ann Designs merch collection hasn't even launched yet. At the time you're seeing the video, it has, but there is still more merch coming. And we are about 7 weeks away, which maybe more, 6 weeks. No, maybe less. 7, probably 7, if I'm mathing that right. So we'll pull this off. Come on. Oh, this is one of the, every time that I struggle doing this, I'm like, this is where being a content creator on YouTube can be so difficult because I feel like I just waste time trying to pull a sticker off. Okay, merch to buy. Here, actually, we should bring in the washi, right? It's a very functional spread. I feel like I need some more decoration, which I can add. I just need to first get the function here. I want to pull this up higher. And then we'll bring this washi here and do merch to buy. I do plan on sharing, it's really crooked, my Go Wild setup. I just don't know when I can. I'm trying to look at my March calendar for YouTube and figure out when I can share or create all the things, because I haven't even been able to sit down for a second and create my Go Wild planner, which is really going to be a notebook. It's not going to be a full-blown planner because I just don't need one at this point. Okay, tweezers, and we're going to add in some bullet points for merch to buy. And again, if this doesn't work for Bobby, she can always remove that heading and throw in another box there. And we just have these little bullets here. All right, so I did merch. I didn't even do the table mate gifts or people to meet types of things. So we did outfit plans. So over here, I want to do, I don't know if I want to call it gifts, or how is it listed on here? It is listed as table mate gifts. So we'll just put table mate gifts down. And this can also be for contact cards or anything extra that Bobby wants to pick up to be able to give to other people. So I talked about this when I was sharing flip throughs of the Go Wild product, but let me share a little bit more, because in case you are watching this and you missed the other videos, there's a couple of different things that people can or might give other people at Go Wild. There's a roommate gift. If you have a roommate, sometimes you give them a gift. My roommate and I don't give each other gifts. My roommate is Mary Ellen, Planning with Bumble, and we just don't do that. You might pull out, you might make contact cards, which can be a card. It can be a like business card or a card with little mini stickers on it that you give to people as you meet them so that they have your info in case you want to connect again after the conference. So that's something that people might give out at Go Wild. Another one that you'll hear a lot about are, of course, table mate gifts. So table mate gifts are gifts that are handed out on the second day of the conference, which is Saturday. They're handed out on the second day specifically because the first day, the tables have a lot of sponsored swag on them from the brands. And so the next day is the TableMate gift day. Again, not a necessity, not an expectation. There are certain TableMate gifts I've received that are memorable, but I also can't tell you if I've ever sat with someone who didn't give a gift, because as soon as you sit down, everyone is kind of passing things out, and there's really no like way to tell if there was someone who just didn't. So not a necessity. I'm putting a few bullets here because one of the TableMate gifts that I did one year is I had gotten like purple sticky notes and a pen and a scrunchie and fuzzy socks and chapstick, and just put them in a little bag with my business card and put them there. So I want to give Bobby the option in case she'd like to do it. Otherwise, she can just pull this up and use these bullets for something else. So we'll leave that there. Now, schedule, I think, is going to go here. I just need to rework these a little bit. But I want to do people to meet in another big box because Bobby has been part of the community for some time now. And so hopefully that means that there are plenty of people that she wants to meet. So, and this is all planning, right? This isn't like actual go wild days, because those might be like favorite memory or favorite speaker or something like that. This is a little bit different because this is just the planning for Go Wild. So we're going to put the washi down first. And I guess we didn't do it fully on this one, so we won't do it fully here. People to meet, I thought was a sticker. People I want to meet. There we go. It's like, well, I knew this was here somewhere. And this is actually good because we have some extra space. Whoops. So people I want to meet. We're going to cut this in half. But first, let's put it on the paper. And I put it a little bit higher because, as usual, I cut things crooked. So I needed to trim this first and make it straighter before I was putting it down all messed up. I do believe that both of these products are still available in case if you haven't shopped yet and you would like to. I'm going to take this off before I cut it because I'm going to need to pull off the second half anyway. Oh my goodness. Oh. If you've ever seen a reel of mine on Instagram where I'm putting my book covers down in my reading journal and part of it is pulling the sticker off, I promise you that takes like 10 minutes, 10 times longer than it looks like it takes because of having to do this part. Okay, we need to size this right. We have room. So this is going to go here. Perfect. And then people I want to meet. And we'll kind of layer this a little bit right here. Hopefully that's enough room for all the people that Bobby wants to meet. Okay, this side is really good. We just sort of need the schedule. So I'm assuming, I could be wrong about this, but I'm assuming that Bobby is going to get there on Wednesday. So in that case, it would be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. She could get there on, no, I think she's going to get there on Wednesday. So I wanted to see if there's some sort of schedule sticker. I don't think there is there. Let's see if there is here. There's not. However, the Caliber Plan sticker book does have alphabet letters. So I think I want to use a color that's going to pop, maybe the purple, and kind of put schedule over here. SCHEDULE. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm trying to figure out size-wise if I'm going to have enough room there. I think I will. So we're going to put these down right here so we can make one big sticker out of it. And I don't know if I have enough room here. I think I probably do. I still haven't had a chance to get decorative though. Oh my goodness. Me and the dashboard layout and I. Sometimes that is not what I wanted. M. I need an H. We don't always get along when it comes to decoration. E. D. Sometimes it can be hard to pull stickers from the top of a sticker book like this, which is where the tweezers help. Otherwise, this was going to be a much longer video. D. There's like a little gnat or something. Hopefully I have enough room for you, Ellie. Uh-oh. You. Could also probably just do sketch, but I don't know if I can do that because it's someone else. I am really on the struggle bus right now. Oh my goodness. You. I think if we bring this a little bit closer, we can get L and E in here. I promise this is like not an indicator of the sticker book. This is just an indicator of me not being able to do the thing. We don't have perfectly enough room. So I'm going to cut this. That was very crooked. I think it should still be fine. I just want to see where I'm at size-wise before I do this. Oh no. I don't think we have really enough room. Can we make it work? I think I can make it work. Here's what I'm going to do. Pull this off. I feel like one of the things that I've gotten really good at, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, okay, is finagling my spreads. And whether we're making a letter out of something that is not, like Murphy, back to the Murphy and Bright spread from years ago, not years ago, oh my goodness, from December, from months ago, or just like making things fit. It's definitely something that I've gotten better at. Okay, what I have not included is just food to try, but I'm not going to do food to try. Here's what we're going to do. We are just going to bring in one extra box because with the way that I've set this up, there is really not much room left for Bobby to customize on her own. So I want to do one final box down at the bottom that she can decide whatever she'd like it to be. So I think we should bring in some of these animal print because if there is any decorating that I can do, this would probably be the right way to do it. I just need to get the sticker off the page. There we go. Let's put this right here and put this down. And this is for anything else that she wants to write down. It can be reminders. Sometimes there's things to buy that maybe aren't even merch, like a battery charger, an extra, backup battery, those types of things that while it's not qualified as merch, it's still stuff that you might want to buy before a conference like this. I highly recommend a battery charger. I can give you recommendations for my favorites. I also recommend, if you are someone who tends to take a lot of pictures, make sure that your storage is, you have plenty of storage on your phone, whether that means, oh my goodness, why won't that stay down? Whether that means going through and deleting things, whether that means putting them on an external hard drive or a cloud or something. That sticker just won't go down. Oh, because I had pulled up the adhesive, that's why. So maybe using external storage, a hard drive, Amazon Photos, iCloud, all of that kind of stuff. For some, it just means upgrading their storage just for the month until they can get everything taken, like all the photos, and then print them out or put them somewhere else. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. But I can promise that if you are someone who takes a lot of photos and you don't do this before the conference, your phone storage will get full, and you don't want to be in a position where you're about to take a photo of something really exciting or a video or a new friend that you made or a creator that you wanted to meet, and then all of a sudden your phone says that it's full. So we're gonna get these down so that after pink we have the purple, so that Bobby can make her packing list here. And I think we might be set. I mean, this is kind of plain because there's not a ton of decorative stickers in here, but I also think that it's a really functional way to use a dashboard. It sort of reminds me of like a teacher layout, or again, the monthly layout. If you just need the different sections and you don't care as much about the days, this is a really good opportunity. I actually almost did this video separately in sort of like a how to use the dashboard differently, but I also, like I sort of said earlier in the video, or for me earlier in the day, I don't have that much room left on my channel, which is why I've been putting these custom Patreon spreads together. I messed up that pattern, didn't I? After the pink comes the hot pink. So let me know if you've ever used the dashboard like this, or if it's something you could see yourself doing. Because if you like this, I might actually do a spread for myself in a similar fashion, but not for Go Wild. Okay, is there anything missing? I mean, we have a lot of washi over here. There's not a ton here, so I think we'll bring some right over here. Because why not? Let's just get this to be right to the edge of that one. And then I think we probably need some sort of little Go Wild quote. Born to be wild. We have the purple here. I'd like something maybe a little bit darker. Love her, but leave her wild. That's a good one. Okay. And I think we'll actually put it here, because with this being dark enough, you don't, it's visible over the pink. All right, I think, whoops, I hope I wasn't out of frame that whole time. Oh my goodness, was I? Uh-oh. All right, I checked. While I wasn't fully out of frame, I definitely was like leaning down towards here. So I'm sorry about that. I do usually try to really double check and make sure that you can see what I'm doing perfectly. So I apologize if that wasn't ideal, but we have the two spreads. So we have Bobby's Go Wild planning pages, and we have Darla's horizontal reading. They're both so different for different purposes, of course, but even just in design. And I really love how they both came out. So I'll link everything that I used today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support, and I will see you next time.